78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC, Lions Den basketball community in this case. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. All right, check it out, man. Before we get into the news of why Doc Rivers is hired as the Milwaukee Bucks' new head coach and why Adrian Griffin was fired, let's first deal with the game tonight. The Milwaukee Bucks played the Cleveland Cavaliers for the third time this season. This is a revenge game. Cleveland absolutely destroyed the Bucks without Giannis a few games ago, about 3 games ago. Cleveland is currently the hottest team in the league going into this game. The Milwaukee Bucks snapped their winning streak and got a little revenge tonight. Giannis Antetokounmpo was 16 for 24 from the field. He only went to the free throw line, only shot 3 free throws the whole game, which is very rare for Giannis. The referees, just for whatever reason, they pick and choose what nights they want to actually treat Giannis like a superstar and what nights they want to treat Dame like a star, but it's never both at the same time. So Giannis had another triple-double this season, which brings him up to 7 total triple-doubles at the halfway point of the season. Giannis might, end up getting 10 to 14 triple doubles or more, which will be a career high for him in one season. So he had 18 rebounds, monster game, 10 assists, 35 points. All right. Chris Middleton looked phenomenal tonight. Chris was really working, man. Good to see Chris back out there, especially offensively, doing what he got to do, being creative, being very aggressive offensively. Chris Middleton finished the game with 24 points. Plus, he had 5 assists and 9 rebounds. 5 assists and 5 rebounds. So Chris really was balling out tonight. The Bucks have been doing real good with moving the ball and sharing the ball with each other. Brook Lopez had 8 points, 9 rebounds. Dame Dollars, 28 points. Good to see Dame. His 3-point shot just wasn't there tonight, but he did get to the free throw line. He did hit his free throws, so that's good. Jay Crowder continues to struggle just a little bit. He wasn't that aggressive offensively, but he did try to show up a little bit defensively today. Bobby Portis, 8 points from Bobby, so a little down below his season average. Cameron Payne came in, got some playing time, and he gave us 5 points. He was aggressive offensively as well. All right, let's get down to the smoke, man. Shout out to Pat Connaughton with 6 points. Let's get right down to the smoke and see what actually happened here with this. This is the first game the Bucks had without Adrian Griffin this season. Interim coach was coaching the team, and Doc Rivers is set to take over pretty soon here. Now, this is what happened. According to John Hurst, the Bucks, GM came out and did a press conference before the game and told he didn't talk about Doc Rivers, but he did talk about Adrian Griffin, right? And he said that, he basically said what all the reports have been saying. That this is what's been going on. The reports are basically that Adrian Griffin, when he was hired, the Bucks was not sure that they were going to be able to re-sign all their guys, and they really thought Adrian Griffin was going to come in as sort of a rebuilding coach, a coach to just get them from A to B, rebuilding, working with a lot of young players and stuff like that. That's what they thought Adrian Griffin was going to be. So when they hired him in June. However, the Bucks ended up re-signing Chris Middleton. They thought they were going to lose Chris. That was what all the reports were saying. Chris going to go home to Houston and all that stuff. Chris Middleton decided to stay with the Bucks. They re-signed him. They re-signed Brook Lopez, okay? Giannis re-signed, right? But before Giannis re-signed, they got an opportunity to get Dame Lillard. That became available. They made a move to trade Drew Holiday and got Dame Lillard. So at that moment, Giannis resigned. Now the expectations for this coach changed from being just a coach to get them from A to B, or a cruiser coach, or rebuilding coach. Expectations changed from that to championship or bust. So Adrian Griffin was under a lot of pressure to win, okay, and to be impressive winning. Now the Bucks were winning, but the Bucks lost a few games that they shouldn't have lost. No way, no how. And the Bucks didn't look too impressive in their winning. We had like 19 or 18 or 19 clutch games where we had to, come back in like the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter or something to win the games. And that's way too many games like that. And then we're going to go into the second half of the season where you're going to have some serious heat because we had a pretty easy schedule first half of through the first 43 games. Now we're about to go. Then our next 30-some games is going to be tough, all bangers. You know what I mean? So we got to see. It's time to develop some winning habits here with the Bucks. So this is why they pulled the trigger and decided they're going to get Doc Rivers. Now, a lot of people say, well, man, why would y'all get Doc Rivers? Doc Rivers, he blew 3-1 leads and all that kind of stuff. I think that's overstated a lot. I think Doc Rivers is an excellent coach, and I think that he was in a bad situation in Philadelphia with James Harden, who's a prima donna. Also, Joel Embiid, who, was constantly injured under Doc's tenure there. You'll never know if you got Embiid if you don't have him. So I think it's kind of unfair to blame him for the stuff that was going on in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? But Doc, I think he'll be a good coach for the Milwaukee Bucks because I think that Giannis is determined to win this year. I think Dame Dallas wants to win as well. And with that being said, I think this Bucks team just got rejuvenated. You know what I mean? It's a shame what happened to Coach Griffin. I don't necessarily think it's his fault. And I think that another thing that the Bucks GM said he wanted to get clear, that he said the toughest thing for him was to hear all the narratives about Coach Griffin, that he lost the locker room and players didn't like him and Giannis got him fired. The GM emphatically said that that's not true. He said he did not ask Giannis or consult with Giannis or any player before he made his decision to fire Coach Griffin. He said that is my job, my responsibility. If I have an opportunity to improve this team, I have to take it. That's what he said. And he made it emphatically clear he did not consult with Giannis or any of the players before making that decision. Okay? So that narrative that Giannis is just like LeBron and Giannis is a coach destroyer. I mean, y'all can just look. All you Giannis haters going to have to just let it go. I know y'all dudes is angry, still mad about KD foot being on the line and stuff like that. You're mad because Giannis re-signed with the Bucks and he didn't go to your favorite team and help your favorite team out. All this little childish stuff y'all going to have to let go. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold on to grudges like this, men just don't move like that. You can be mad. I understand being mad for a little while, but, man, eventually you got to let that stuff go. You know what I mean? So Adrian Griffin, a guy right now, he's being publicly destroyed. Not only did he lose his job, but now you got his his son's former baby mama out here on Instagram accusing this man of some of the most ridiculous stuff. Happy that he lost his job. First of all, lady, he's still getting paid. He under contract with the Bucks, so they still got to pay him. Just rooting for him to fail. Mad because you no longer in the family inheritance to get some child support off of him, off of his son, and all this type of stuff. So now she just putting cases on the man, making up stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? Now all these rumors coming out, allegations about what he allegedly did to his baby mama and all his ex-girlfriend. It's like, bro, why is all this stuff coming out? Why is all this stuff coming out now? The man got fired, so what? Why is all this nonsense coming out? At the end of the day, the man got hired to do a job. He was 30 or 13 at the time of him getting fired. Hey, he was a winning coach at the time he got fired. All right, if you think he was incompetent or you think the Bucks should have been better or whatever the case may be, that's fine. But, there's no need to drag this man and talk bad about the dude and make up all these, bringing up his personal stuff and all this. Like, y'all, listen, y'all ain't even, ESPN ain't even talking about James Dolan. You know what I'm saying? From the New York Knicks owner, who've been accused of some horrendous thing. They ain't even talking about it. Stephen A. Smith ain't talking about it. He right there from New York. Why Stephen A. Smith ain't beating the drum about this situation? He can't wait to come out here and take credit for, I told everybody Adrian Griffin was on his way out. I told her. When you going to tell us something about white folks, Stephen A.? When you going to tell us something good about some white folks? I mean, because you always telling us something about some brothers. You know what I mean? This is my issue with you. You know what I mean? And then now Stephen A. Smith, the first one, him and Mad Dog out here already putting cases on Doc Rivers. This is Doc Rivers' last chance. Man, who is you to say this is his last chance? You don't own no NBA team. Who are you to create this narrative that that's his last chance at coaching? Who are you? You don't own an NBA franchise. You're not a GM. You're a guy who sits on TV and creates narrative. This is what I'm saying. This is why Adrian Griffin got fired, because of people sitting on TV creating narrative. Now they already trying to do it to Doc Rivers before he even get the job. Bottom line is this, y'all. This is the NBA conspiracy. The NBA wants Giannis Antetokounmpo to be frustrated. They want him to leave the Milwaukee Bucks. They want him to do like the diva stuff that all these other people do, like James Harden and everybody else done. They want him to leave the Bucks, okay? They want him to pull a KD, right? That's what this is. I want to be traded and all that. Every time Giannis is up for a free agency, the media starts beating the drum, how great Giannis is and how he needs to be in a bigger market. You know what I'm saying? But then he resigns. They get upset. They hold it against him, and they start creating these BS narratives throughout the whole season, right? That's why they won't give him another MVP. They're not going to give him another MVP as long as he's in Milwaukee. He's going to have to fight for it. Because right now it's between him and Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? Giannis is absolutely balling. Anybody who watched these games, Giannis is the reason we won the games we won. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely hate. So right now, I seen Colin Cowherd say on his show something to the effect that, you know, this the Bucks firing Adrian Griffin reminds him of what happened with LeBron in Cleveland, how LeBron was flexing his power, and then eventually, so he said, how long before Giannis asked for a trade or something? Like, come on, this is ridiculous, bro. These people want Giannis out of Milwaukee so bad. See, they want to talk about Giannis. They just don't want to talk about him in Milwaukee because they can't stand the city. They think this is a small town. The media is so biased. They want to talk about Miami, New York, LA. That's what they want to talk about, okay? Because those are the places that they lame self want to go during vacations and stuff like that, or during the playoffs and the finals. It's ridiculous, man. And this is why, look, Giannis has gotten all these. He leads the league in all-star voting, right? More fans voted for Giannis than even LeBron, right, in the all-star voting, right? So that's telling you that y'all should be talking about the Bucks more. But the only time you talk about the Bucks is when there's some negative information, like now. They fired the first-year coach. Now they bring in Doc Rivers. Now y'all talking about the Bucks. But when the Bucks are on a winning streak and doing good, y'all don't talk about us. I mean, this is what y'all do. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC, and I'm up out of here, though. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe. Deuces.